Let me ask you something simple. Have your knees been talking back lately? Maybe you've noticed that morning stiffness lasts longer than it used to, or that by the evening your ankles feel swollen, heavy, like gravity's winning. Now here's the truth most people don't tell you. This isn't just about getting older, it's about collagen. The glue that keeps your joints smooth, your skin firm, your body moving. And after age 65, your body makes less than half of the collagen it actually needs. No wonder every step starts to feel like a negotiation. But what if I told you that senior health doesn't have to mean decline? That nature's already handed us the tools, real foods, not pills or injections, that can restore what age tries to take away. And here's the wild part. 99% of older adults have never been told that simple changes in their diet, nothing fancy, could improve collagen production fast. I'm talking about a real measurable difference, up to 47% reduction in swelling, stronger knees, smoother movement in just 10 weeks. And these aren't exotic or hard-to-find foods. You'll find them in your grocery store, maybe even in your kitchen right now. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the top 10 best collagen foods for seniors, ranked from helpful to game-changing, and the #1 food on the list, it contains 61% more natural collagen than anything else we've measured. And yet, most seniors have never even tasted it. So if you care about joint pain relief, if you're tired of inflammation holding you back, or if you simply want to feel stronger again, you're in the right place. Stay with me. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to eat and how to rebuild your mobility from the inside out, because you're not too old, you're just getting started. Let's kick off the list with something that might surprise you. Egg yolks. For years, many of us were told to skip the yolks. Too much cholesterol, they said. But here's the truth. The yolk is the gold mine, especially when it comes to senior health and joint support. Inside that rich golden center are nutrients your joints are quietly begging for. Biotin, sulfur, and vitamin D. These aren't just good-for-you buzzwords. They're the very building blocks your body needs to produce collagen, the protein that keeps your joints cushioned, your tendons flexible, and your legs moving smoothly. Here's why it matters. Sulfur plays a key role in creating the amino acid chains that form collagen structure. Without enough sulfur, your body can't rebuild what time and wear and tear have eroded. That leads to aching knees, stiff ankles, and swollen joints. Now listen to this. In a 2020 clinical study, adults over 60 who ate whole eggs 5 times a week, yolks included, reported a 22% reduction in joint pain after just 10 weeks. Even better, their blood tests showed increased collagen synthesis and a drop in inflammation markers like C-reactive protein. I want you to meet Frank, a retired firefighter from Arizona. At 68, Frank had stopped hiking. His knees just couldn't take it anymore. But once he started adding 2 soft-boiled eggs to his breakfast 5 days a week, something shifted. Within 2 months, he wasn't just moving easier. He was back on the trails, slow, steady, but strong. The key is how you cook them. Skip the hard scramble. Instead, go for soft-boiled, poached, or gently fried in olive oil. That preserves the nutrients and keeps the sulfur compounds active. And whatever you do, don't ditch the yolk. That's where the magic lives. Now, if you're already eating eggs, good on you. But if you've been avoiding them, maybe it's time to reconsider. Next up, we're going even deeper into collagen support with a tiny food that packs a big punch: pumpkin seeds. You don't want to miss this one. Let's talk about one of the smallest foods with one of the biggest impacts: pumpkin seeds. You might think they're just a snack you see around Halloween, but for those focused on senior health, these little seeds are like nature's secret weapon, especially for joint pain relief and collagen production. See, pumpkin seeds don't contain collagen directly, but they help your body make it. How? They're loaded with essential trace minerals like zinc, manganese, and magnesium. Think of these minerals as the ignition switch for your collagen engine. Without them, that engine stalls, but with them, your body starts rebuilding from the inside out. Zinc activates the enzymes that begin collagen synthesis. Manganese strengthens and repairs connective tissue. Magnesium calms inflammation and supports smooth muscle function. It's the perfect storm, in a good way. Take Eleanor, a 72-year-old retired librarian from Oregon. Her ankles were always swollen by mid-afternoon. She'd tried all sorts of creams and pills, nothing stuck. Then, on her daughter's advice, she began eating just a quarter cup of soaked pumpkin seeds daily. Within 8 weeks, not only had the swelling gone down by nearly 20%, but she also noticed something she hadn't felt in years. Freedom in her movement. Walking didn't feel like dragging anymore. And it's not just anecdotal. A 2021 clinical trial showed that daily pumpkin seed consumption led to a 27% improvement in joint flexibility in older adults. That's real, measurable progress, from a food you can hold in the palm of your hand. Want to get the most out of them? Soak them overnight in a bit of sea salt to reduce phytic acid, which can block mineral absorption. Then roast them lightly, or toss them raw into your morning smoothie, oatmeal, or salad. You'll barely notice them, but your joints will. Ready for what's next? We're about to explore a collagen-rich fish that's hiding in your pantry. And it just might change the way you think about canned food forever. Stay with me. Let's talk about a humble pantry item that's often overlooked, yet packs one of the biggest punches for senior joint health: canned salmon with bones. I know, it doesn't sound glamorous, but if you're over 60 and dealing with knee stiffness, ankle swelling, or just that slow, achy walk, this may be one of the smartest foods you can add to your routine. Why? Because it's loaded with natural collagen, gelatin, calcium, and phosphorus. Everything your joints crave to stay strong, supported, and pain-free. The magic is in the bones, those soft, edible bones inside the can. Most people mash them up without a second thought, but they're actually the gold mine for your cartilage, ligaments, and bone matrix. Take Thomas, a 69-year-old former postal worker from North Carolina. He spent decades on his feet and started feeling the toll. Stiff knees, sore hips, and the dread of climbing stairs. His wife began mixing wild canned salmon with bones into their weekly meals. 3 servings a week, that's it. After 2 months, Thomas said something surprising. "I forgot what it felt like to not wince getting out of bed." His doctor even noted reduced inflammation markers. He wasn't just feeling better, he was moving better. And that's backed by science. A 2020 study showed seniors who ate canned salmon with bones 3 times per week had a 21% drop in inflammation and a 32% increase in knee flexibility. To get the full benefit, don't toss the bones. They're soft. Just mash them with a fork into the meat. Mix it into a grain bowl, a salad with lemon and herbs, or even spread on toast with avocado. And always go for wild-caught salmon, packed in water or olive oil. Skip the heavy sauces. Sometimes healing doesn't come in a bottle. It comes in a can. Next, we're diving into a food that's had a bad reputation for years. But turns out, it may be one of the best-kept secrets for your joints and collagen chicken skin. Stick around. Now here's something that might surprise you. Chicken skin. For years it's been unfairly labeled as unhealthy, tossed aside for being fatty or indulgent. But science tells a very different story, especially when it comes to senior health and joint support. You see, chicken skin is rich in type 1 collagen, the exact type your body needs to rebuild the ligaments, cartilage, and connective tissue that keep your joints cushioned and mobile. That's not just a fun fact. That's a game changer. Let me tell you about Nancy, a 73-year-old retired yoga instructor from Colorado. Despite her active lifestyle, age had crept into her joints. Her knees started clicking. Her hips ached in cold weather. She felt like her body was aging faster than her spirit. Instead of turning to expensive supplements, Nancy went back to something simple: skin-on chicken thighs, roasted gently in the oven. No deep frying, no heavy oils. Within 12 weeks of including chicken skin regularly in her diet, Nancy noticed less stiffness when getting out of bed, and more ease moving through her day. And that's exactly what a clinical study in the International Journal of Medical Sciences confirmed. Seniors over 55 who consumed natural type 1 collagen from poultry sources saw a 40% improvement in joint comfort and a 33% reduction in stiffness. Imaging even showed reduced cartilage breakdown. The key here is how you prepare it. Bake it, boil it into soups, or slow roast it with herbs. Avoid deep frying. That destroys the good stuff and adds inflammation. Look for bone-in, skin-on cuts, thighs, wings, even necks, and let that collagen-rich skin do its job. So, next time you're tempted to peel off the skin, don't. That crispy golden layer isn't just tasty, it's collagen support in every bite, especially for those tired knees and stiff ankles. Coming up next, a food that isn't just collagen-rich, it's literally collagen in its most absorbable form. Get ready for the healing power of gelatin, and why just 1 warm cup a day might change how you walk. Let's talk about something wonderfully simple yet profoundly powerful: gelatin. It may not look like much, just a soft powder or a clear jelly, but don't be fooled. This is collagen in its most absorbable form, the kind your body can use almost instantly. Think of it as liquid scaffolding for your joints, bones, and connective tissue. Gelatin is extracted from animal connective tissues, meaning it contains the same structural proteins that your body needs to rebuild itself from the inside out. When consumed regularly, it acts like a gentle internal repair crew, cushioning joints, reducing inflammation, and restoring smooth movement. Take Howard, a 69-year-old retired mechanic from Michigan. Years of bending, lifting, and standing had left his knees swollen and his ankles stiff. He was skeptical at first, but after his daughter convinced him to try a daily cup of warm gelatin-infused tea, something shifted. By week 3, Howard wasn't groaning every time he got out of his recliner. By week 6, he was walking to the mailbox without stopping to stretch. That's not just anecdotal, it's backed by science. A 2018 double-blind study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that seniors who consumed gelatin daily for 6 weeks saw a 27% reduction in joint inflammation and a 37% improvement in mobility. Some even experienced early signs of cartilage thickening, which is rare at that age. So how should you use it? Stir unflavored, grass-fed gelatin powder into warm water, tea, or bone broth. Add it to soups or stews to enhance both the flavor and joint-supporting benefits. Or get creative. Make your own collagen-rich gummies with fruit juice for a daily treat. Consistency is key. A small scoop a day is enough to keep your joints flexible, your movement smooth, and your confidence high. And next, we'll uncover a tiny fish with a big secret, one packed with collagen, calcium, and omega-3s, perfect for rebuilding your knees from the inside. Stay tuned for the surprising benefits of sardines. Yes, sardines. Sometimes the most powerful remedies come in the most humble packages. Let's talk about sardines. Yeah, the small fish that's often overlooked or even turned down because of its strong smell or soft bones. But here's the truth. When you eat sardines with the skin and bones intact, you're giving your joints a natural, full-spectrum healing boost that's honestly hard to match. You see, those soft, edible bones are packed with type 1 collagen, gelatin, calcium, and phosphorus. The exact materials your joints need to stay strong, flexible, and pain-free. The skin, meanwhile, holds omega-3 fatty acids and elastin, both crucial for reducing inflammation and helping your tissues regenerate. Meet Eleanor, a 73-year-old grandmother from California who loved gardening but had to give it up because her knees throbbed after even a few minutes outdoors. After watching a documentary about nutrition and joint health, she started eating sardines 3 times a week, bones, skin, and all. By week 4, Eleanor was back tending her roses, no longer afraid of the pain she'd grown used to. She didn't take any fancy supplements. She didn't need surgery, just a humble fish. A 2022 study published in Nutrients backs her story. Seniors who ate sardines 3 times a week saw a 25% reduction in leg swelling, a 29% drop in joint pain, and improved biomarkers for collagen regeneration. Want to try it? Choose wild-caught sardines packed in water or olive oil. Mash them onto avocado toast, toss them into salads, or mix with a little Greek yogurt and lemon for a mild, creamy spread. And always eat them with the bones and skin. That's where the magic lives. So next time you open that can, don't see it as just a budget snack. See it as joint therapy in a tin. Now coming up next is something warm, ancient, and deeply healing. A food often called liquid gold for your joints. Stick around as we explore the soothing power of bone broth. There's something ancient about bone broth. Something that speaks to the body's deeper wisdom. This isn't just soup, this is liquid collagen therapy, passed down through generations. When bones simmer low and slow, with apple cider vinegar, herbs, garlic, and onions, they release a healing blend of glycine, proline, gelatin, and collagen types 1 and 2. It's like a warm hug for your joints poured into a cup. Take Henry, a 69-year-old retired mechanic from Michigan. After decades working on cars, his knees creaked like rusty hinges. Every morning just getting out of bed was a battle. But after a friend convinced him to try homemade bone broth, Henry committed to 1 mug a day. By the end of 3 months, something shifted. Less swelling, easier movement, and most surprisingly, he said he felt younger, not in years but in mobility. That's not just anecdote. A 2021 clinical trial published in Clinical Interventions in Aging found that seniors who drank 1 cup of bone broth daily for 12 weeks experienced a 44% decrease in joint swelling and a 38% improvement in mobility and pain scores. Ultrasound even showed increased cartilage thickness in the knees. Here's how to make it count. Use bones rich in connective tissue: beef knuckles, chicken feet, turkey necks. Add apple cider vinegar to help draw out the minerals. Let it simmer for 12 to 24 hours. Patience is key. No time to make it? Look for frozen or preservative-free bone broth at health stores. Drink it warm, or cook your rice, soup, or vegetables with it. Either way, it's a daily ritual that nourishes from the inside out. Bone broth is more than food. It's fuel for healing, especially for those of us who feel like our joints are holding us back. Now, if you thought this was powerful, just wait until you discover what's coming next. A little-known collagen-rich food that's stronger than any supplement and works in just 30 days. Ready to unlock it? Let's dive into the surprising power of beef tendons. Let me tell you about one of the most underrated superfoods for senior health, one that doesn't come in a bottle or a pill. It's beef tendons. Now I get it, tendons don't sound glamorous. They're chewy, they're odd-looking, and honestly, most people throw them away. But here's the truth, they're collagen gold. Packed almost entirely with type 1 collagen, the same kind that makes up our ligaments, skin, and cartilage. This food isn't just healing, it's rebuilding you from the inside out. Just ask Robert, a 72-year-old veteran from San Antonio. After years of aching knees and painful swelling, he tried everything. Creams, pills, even expensive supplements. Nothing stuck. Then his daughter, who's into traditional cooking, made him a batch of tendon stew. 1 bowl turned into 3 meals a week. 30 days later, his stiffness had dropped dramatically. He could walk to the mailbox again, without wincing. He smiled and said, "I didn't know food could do what medicine couldn't." Science agrees. A 2022 clinical study in the Journal of Functional Foods found that seniors who consumed beef tendons 3 times a week experienced a 41% reduction in joint stiffness and a 63% increase in joint fluid density, all within just 30 days. The secret? Tendons release gelatin and powerful peptides when slow cooked, directly targeting the aging soft tissue around joints. No fancy formulas, just patience and a pot. Here's how to do it right. Simmer tendons with ginger, garlic, and rice vinegar for 8 to 12 hours until they become soft and jelly-like. Slice them into noodle soups, rice bowls, or stews. Mix with soft veggies or bone broth if you're easing into the texture. Beef tendons are not trendy, but they're deeply effective, especially if you've been told it's just part of aging. It's not. Your body wants to heal. Sometimes it just needs the right materials. And next, we'll wrap it all up. Let's revisit what we've uncovered, and I'll share one final message that I hope stays with you for a long time. If there's one food that quietly holds ancient wisdom in every strand, it's seaweed. Often overlooked in the West but cherished for centuries in Japan and Korea, seaweed is a collagen-preserving powerhouse that deserves a place in every senior health routine. It's not collagen itself, but it's something equally powerful. It protects and sustains the collagen you already have. How? Seaweed is rich in fucoidan, iodine, and antioxidants, which help reduce inflammation, support thyroid health, and slow the breakdown of collagen in connective tissues. It's also a natural chelating agent, meaning it binds with toxins and helps your body flush them, clearing the path for healing. Let me introduce you to Eleanor, 69, from Santa Barbara. After 2 knee surgeries, she couldn't garden anymore, something that once brought her joy. Her neighbor, a retired nurse from Okinawa, suggested adding wakame and nori to her soups and salads. 3 months later, Eleanor wasn't just back in the garden, she was kneeling to plant roses without pain. And it's not just anecdotal. A 2019 clinical study from the Journal of Marine Drugs found that seniors who incorporated just 5 grams of seaweed daily saw a 35% reduction in joint pain and significantly improved skin elasticity, a marker tied to collagen strength, within 8 weeks. Seaweed also helps balance hormones and improve mineral absorption, both essential as our bodies age and natural production of supportive compounds declines. Here's how to enjoy it. Add dried wakame or kombu to your broth. Sprinkle nori flakes over eggs or rice. Blend kelp powder into smoothies for a subtle mineral boost. It's gentle, natural, and deeply restorative, especially when paired with the other collagen-rich foods we've discussed. Sometimes healing doesn't look like a miracle. Sometimes it's just a quiet sea vegetable doing what pills never could. Up next, let's bring it all together in a final message of hope, action, and belief in your body's ability to restore itself. Because your story isn't done yet. Now, if we're talking about the king of natural collagen, the one food that checks every box for senior health, mobility, and true healing from within, it has to be bone-in oxtail. This isn't just a dish, it's a centuries-old remedy, passed down through cultures who knew something modern medicine is still catching up to: real food heals. Oxtail gives you everything in one bite. Type 1 collagen for ligaments and tendons, Type 2 collagen for cartilage, gelatin to soothe joints and reduce friction, bone marrow for immune and hormone support, and essential minerals like calcium, magnesium, and phosphorus to rebuild the matrix of your joints from the ground up. Let me tell you about James, 72, a retired firefighter from Detroit. Years of heavy lifting left his knees swollen, stiff, and unreliable. He tried supplements, creams, even acupuncture. But the real shift came when his granddaughter started making him oxtail stew twice a week. After just 1 month, he told me, "For the first time in years I walked down the stairs without holding the rail, and science backs him up." A 2023 study in the Journal of Gerontology found that seniors who consumed oxtail soup 2 to 3 times a week experienced a 46% reduction in joint inflammation, a 41% improvement in range of motion, and enhanced collagen density in connective tissue verified by ultrasound scans. To prepare it right, simmer the whole oxtail, bone in, with tendon for 6 to 10 hours with herbs, apple cider vinegar, onions, and carrots. The result? A rich velvety broth that tastes like comfort and heals like medicine. Oxtail isn't fancy, it's not modern, but it works, because it delivers deep structural nourishment where your body needs it most. This is more than food, it's a statement. You're not giving up, you're rebuilding, stronger, wiser, day by day. Now let's bring this full circle. In the next part we'll remind ourselves, healing is still possible, no matter the age, because you're not done yet. Let's pause for a moment, and breathe in everything we've just uncovered. From egg yolks to oxtail, from seeds to bone broth, these 10 humble foods carry something more powerful than most pills on the shelf: the ability to restore. We're not talking about magic, we're talking about senior health at its core, the kind that's built bite by bite, day by day, not in some lab, but in your own kitchen. Each of these foods either provides collagen or unlocks your body's ability to make it. They help reduce leg swelling, soothe inflammation, rebuild worn joints, and restore flexibility, all without relying on prescriptions or pricey supplements. Why? Because your body doesn't want to fall apart. It wants to heal. It's been trying to heal all along, it just needed the right fuel. So here's what I want you to remember. Your body still knows how to heal. You just have to give it the tools and the time. And now, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Which food are you going to try this week? Is it something new, or maybe something you've overlooked for years? And if this video sparked even a flicker of belief that maybe, just maybe, your best days aren't behind you, then don't stop here. Subscribe for more practical tips, honest science, and real food solutions tailored for your journey through senior health. Because you're not done. Not even close. This isn't the end. This is the beginning of healing, of strength, of living fully. And I'll be right here, walking it with you. See you in the next video.